Welcome to Doris Chikizi, an award-winning entrepreneur. I am the founder of Redalia. Redalia Hacks, Redalia Workspaces, a beautiful co-working facility at the heart of Lagos, Nigeria. Entrepreneurs.ng, the biggest entrepreneurial platform in Nigeria, and the business clinic where we teach businesses how to do business right. So today, we're going to be talking about the secret of selling online. So let's dive right into it. Before we start, I want to ask you a question. What was your experience the very first time you tried to sell anything online? What was your experience with the first advert you created and promoted, probably on Facebook or on Instagram? Did it yield much fruit? Because the thing is that selling online can be daunting. Like, our first experience was very horrible, to be honest. Like, we spent so much money trying to promote Redalia.com then, because I was so passionate about the entrepreneurial hub. We just kept promoting the content without it yielding revenue. Practically, we were bleeding money. I'm sure you probably did not get any conversion in your first attempt at selling online. If you did get a result, if you did convert, that means that you fall the 1% lucky people. What we did was that we had to do some learning eventually. And to do that, I consumed every material I could get, paid for online courses, spoke to like minds, and today, I'm so proud to tell you that we are on a different level. We have seamlessly integrated our offline and online presence and sell most of our services online. So, for instance, all our digital products are sold online at entrepreneurs.ng/shop. Most of our consulting also happen online, but of course, the Redalia Workspaces, people have to visit physically to use the space, but they get to hear about us online, and we also close those deals online. Now, why discuss selling online? We consult and teach small businesses about how to sell their services and products both offline and online. But today, I'm going to focus on selling online because I felt the need to discuss this because we have so many businesses online. The internet is a marketplace. If you are not taking advantage of the internet to project your brand, to sell your products, that means that you are missing out, and you shouldn't be missing out. Get on the wagon now before it's too late. So the secret to selling online. To succeed in selling online, you have to understand the platform that works for you. There are so many products and services that are suited for particular platforms. For instance, if you're selling courses, there are platforms that are better suited for it. For instance, platforms like Udemy, YouTube are suited for online courses. When you're selling commodities, then maybe Shopify or Instagram will be more appropriate to sell commodities. And the thing is also that you need to know is that don't forget that the aim of selling online is not just for you to make revenue. The aim is for you to make profit, because there's a difference between revenue and profit. When money is just coming in, money can just be coming in and you may be selling at a loss. So whatever you do, you are primarily in business to make sales. Your content, your landing page, your engagement, everything should be crafted for that purpose. When you understand that, then you understand that you need to communicate appropriately. You need to be very intentional in how you communicate and sell your products or services. Also, I put in this particular one here for us to also know that sales is the lifeblood of your business. Now, reason with me, most people believe that the reason that businesses fail is because they do not have enough capital base. Because pretty much that's what they are taught in business school anyways. But that is not true. The core reason businesses failed is because they have failed. Write this down. If you're listening to me, write this down. The core reason businesses fail is because they have failed to sell the right amount of products or services at the right price that will keep them in business. So the inability to sell is the core reason businesses fail. Selling online is not about being pushy or having charisma, it's not about that. If you're pushy or you think that you are charismatic, no, it's not going to convert to sell. If you want to sell online, then you have to know your target audience and figure out their pain point. Sell a product or service that gives value and relieves them of their pain. When you find that particular pain point that they have, and you're able to provide solution for it, and you're selling it online, that is where the secret of selling online lies. Therein lies the true secret of selling online, finding a product that has value that relieves pain to a particular target audience. And you also have to communicate that value. You don't have to keep it to yourself. So the intent of us as a company putting this out is for you to understand that the basic things about selling online, and so that you can take the pressure off of you. Sometimes you think you're doing something wrong and you're under a lot of pressure because maybe you go online, you see somebody says 10 million naira made in a day. Somebody said $100,000 made in a day, and you're feeling the pressure. But the thing is, if you understand that there are basic things that you have to do, and you understand how to do them, then you know the pressure will be out of you, and you know that you're doing the right thing. And when you're doing the right thing, definitely you make sales online. So I understand the pressure that small businesses go through to make ends meet, and that's why right now I'm going to be discussing the 10 tips that you have to know. 10 tips, practical tips. It's not like theoretical. If you start doing them now, you can start making sales online, and you can start generating revenue. Not just revenue, you can start generating profits. The number one thing tip to know before you sell online is know everything about your customer. People are obsessed about themselves. All they care about is them. If you doubt me, try this out. When you go out with your friends, listen and see how many times they talk about themselves or how good it makes them feel. It takes a level of discipline to focus and concentrate on the customer without feeling the temptation of bombarding them with the features of your product. When you communicate to someone, it will feel personal, right? So what I want you to do is, henceforth, when you communicate to your customer, make it personal. So for instance, this is how you should do that. Write in simple, straightforward English. Do not complicate things with big grammar. Write like you're talking to your best friend. Show that you understand their problems. Ask questions around their feelings that you are sure they will say yes to. So for instance, let's use a business registration service. For example, we can say, do you know that if you register your business, you have better access to loans and investors? Of course, the person is going to answer yes. You have to research your target audience for you to understand them. And understanding them means using their language. When you understand your friend, your best friend, do you understand the language the person speaks, the person understands? So, for instance, if you are selling weight loss products, the new language now is guided. So don't use a language that people will feel that you are shaming them. So that's the number one thing. The second thing, logic. Logic don't sell, emotions do. We are ruled by emotions. The fear emotion, love emotion, emotion rule us. Even you and me, like we can't run away from it. So when selling online, sell to their emotions. We might think that smart, logical people navigating this world. We are not. We are far from that. Because even if you think you are, consider all the times that you bought something. What made you buy it? Another example of emotion. We're still using a business registration service. We can say something like, if you don't register your business, someone else might take the name that you have worked for. So because of fear, clients will hurry to register their business because they don't want someone else to register their business. And there lies the fear of the fear of emotion. So show that you have another way to also use it is to experience the pain that a customer is experiencing and that your product or service came in handy to solve that problem. You should also use third parties that have the same resemblance to your target audience. An example of this is if you are selling a product that to an elderly man, reviews or videos of another elderly man using the same product will convince the person more. So that's how you sell with emotion. The third way, practical tip to sell anything online is make it personal. The mistake people make is thinking that the online community is made up of small gods. No, they feel that they can do anything and get away with anything online, from being rude to scamming people. You don't do that, because the people, though you are selling online, you are still selling to a person. So you have to maintain the human aspect of your communication. It helps to increase the prospect of your audience in and your product or your. Another thing is, make sure your website, your landing page, your forms, your email, your call to action buttons are tailored to the audience that you're trying to reach. Don't make things complicated, guys. Simplicity sells more. So even the call to action button that you have should come in different colors out so that they will know the right action to take. The fourth one is provide details and communicate value. Provide in-depth information about the product you're selling when you're selling online. What are the sizes and colors of the product? What are the dimensions of the product? Who is the product meant for? Is it for a child? Is it for a man? Is it for a woman? Take good pictures. Get a good quality phone. Buy lightning. Take good pictures. Oftentimes, you see people just upload pictures of their product on social media and they go away. The prospects want to know exactly what they are buying, so you have to make them make that decision quickly. What is the value that your product is providing? Have you thought about the competition? What differentiates you from the competition? What about their prices? Are they right for the market that you're selling? You're selling online, you see something that basically everybody that this thing sells at 1,500 naira, and you put it out and someone wants to patronize you and you say 15,000 naira, and the next thing are you there? What will be there doing? So make sure that your price is also right. When customers understand the value of what you are offering, they will know they are receiving a good return on their hard-earned money. So you're doing people somehow, you're not really doing them a favor by offering a service, because they're paying for it. So they want to get value. So make sure you provide detail, make it easy for them to make their buying decision. So the fifth thing is create a sense of urgency, because the law, whether we like it or not, the law of supply and demand still works. The lower the supply, the higher the demand. So find a way to create scarcity for your product or your service. Let people know the consequences of not taking action immediately. And these are some ways that you can create urgency for your products. The number one thing to create urgency for your products, you can say create scarcity of the product by making offers like limited time only, or you offer freemium but put an expiration date on it. You can say 20% discount this week only. You can say last day, buy now, get a free gift. Or you use stories and case studies and mention cases of people who failed to take action and how not taking action, how they lost big time because of their inaction. The fifth one is to know in your heart that in as much as you're trying to sell online, that not everyone will be interested. Not everyone will be interested. Most of your income will always come from a tiny fraction of the market. So it's like pretty much like the 80-20% rule. All your sales will come from a tiny fraction of your traffic. So don't worry why most people are not interested immediately. Let that not discourage you. Even when you're starting out, you start out that, okay, let's say you're trying to explore another channel, you see people are not engaging, they're not liking, they're not communicating. No, it shouldn't stop you from doing the things that you have to do. Just keep on consistently showing up. That's the rule of the game. So figure out who your target audience is and concentrate on them. Craft your message to speak to them, and everything will be well, honestly, because this is a journey that we've been through. And I know that once you consistently do something, the results will eventually show. So concentrate on giving them the right customer service. And eventually, you watch them become evangelists for your products and services. So the next one is let them agree with you. Let people agree with you. Ask them questions that will make them agree with you. People buy from you when they agree with you. Let them agree with you. Ask series of questions that make them agree with you. When you ask for the sale, it will not make sense for them to say no. So, for instance, if I was selling a workspace to a freelancer, Redalia workspaces to a freelancer, these are some of the questions that I will be asking him to agree with me. Wouldn't you like a place where you can meet entrepreneurs and share ideas with them? Of course, the answer is yes. You can. I will go ahead and say, it would be nice to have constant power supply where you can walk throughout the day, wouldn't it? Yes. Would it be nice to have super fast? Wouldn't it be nice to have super fast fiber optic internet so that work is easy? Of course, everybody loves fiber optic internet. Would you like to work from a place that is super accessible? Who likes worry? Who likes overhead? Like, tell me. So the answer is yes. When he agrees to all of this, so towards the end, when you then ask for the sale, it will be difficult for the person to say no. So these are just the practical things that you can start implementing in your business today and improve your online sales. And if you want a more in-depth guide of what I'm talking about, we have this elaborated, a comprehensive version of what I'm talking about on www.entrepreneurs.ng/shop. And you can just get this for 2,000 naira only. You buy with your bank card or by direct bank transfer. Pay to GT Bank 0630778154. Redalia Business Academy. Send us evidence of payment to 08038874148 on WhatsApp, and then get your order. You can buy with your bank card and just download immediately. So the next one is, it doesn't have to be perfect for the those who just love it to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect when you're selling online. One thing that I found that is that amateurs work best. Amateur looking as tend to work better than corporate looking ones. The reason is that they are personal. Because they are personal, they also seem authentic. It has a way of disarming people as is non-threatening. They are original because they're original, so they stand out. You know you are on the same level with your target audience. So when they can feel you, it makes it appear that it's about them and not like a big corporation. So because you have this in mind, when next you're designing your ad, when next you're designing your graphic, please don't copy these big corporations. Don't copy Apple. Think and understand your audience and speak their language. there's a reason why our videos are not all touched. We want to relate to the everyday entrepreneur. These guys are thinking that, oh, they need to go to the studio, they need to buy like million equipment before they can shoot their videos. You are doing this thing with your phone. Oh yeah, I can still do it with my phone. So that's how it works. So the ninth one is stories, not facts, work for selling online. If you doubt me, why do you prefer to watch a movie instead of reading a physics textbook? People like stories more than they like facts, and that's just the truth. I'm not saying that you should go and enroll in a storytelling school, but I'm telling you that you can learn. Just pay attention to the basics and then work it into your sales process. Stories command attention and get people wanting more. And these are the tips that you can use to tell your story. Ask a lot of questions to understand what your audience is interested in. Let your story be relatable, not fictional. Don't go lying. Don't go making things up in your head. And again, use suspense. Don't just vomit everything at once. Just make people to want more. Make it fun, include jokes or anything that make your audience comfortable. Pay attention to your surrounding every day and practice your storytelling. Every day we step out, things happen that we can incorporate and put a story around and help build our brand. So remember that you're not going for a competition. The aim is that you learn how to use stories to sell online. This is practically what everyone use, and the NGOs, the rest. They use storytelling, they use stories that appeal to our emotions every day. That's why you donate money, that's why you do a lot of things that you do. And finally, build an email list. You need to think of how you will communicate future offers to current clients and how to get new prospects in. This is where your email list comes handy. Include an email subscription on your website, or if you're selling a social media platform, put a link in bio. When people make inquiries through DM, ask them nicely for their. Also, you could send them promos or offers that will benefit them, because you also have to know that it's all about them. You have to think about them, because that's who people are. So that's if you're not using our email to sell to them, or you ask for their email in DM if you're not using it to sell to them. But for us at Redalia, we send our business registration services through email. So getting clients' email is important for us because it helps us to sort out each client's information and file them appropriately. So the truth is that if you're offering value, your email list will grow as people will tell friends, they will tell colleagues, they will tell family about you. And if you're still with me, I need you to know that you don't need to be a genius to learn how to sell online. You just need to study who the people that are good at it, or you come talk to us at Redalia. Business is a set of small experiments. You keep doing it, you keep trying it until you find something that works. And so these are the ways that you can use to sell online. So the last one that I spoke about is an email list. The ninth ones, you use stories to sell. It doesn't have to be perfect. Amateurs still sell. Let people agree with you. Also, knowing in your heart that not everyone will be interested. Create a sense of urgency. Provide details and communicate your value. Make it personal. Make sure that you sell to their emotions. Forget about logic. Logic does not sell, and know everything about your customer. And remember that understanding the value that you are creating and the audience that you are creating that value for, and knowing how to communicate with them lies the secret of selling line. So thank you guys. The goal for us as entrepreneurs is to ensure that you can start, you can run sustainable businesses. We want to raise a new wave of entrepreneurs who will build economies, running businesses, employing people, reducing unemployment. That's what we are all about. If you want to start your business, if you want to grow a sustainable business, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, then you should subscribe to our channel now. Tell people about us and listen to our videos, because that's the goal. That's the goal. When you listen, when we put these lessons out and you listen to us and you do it, implement it, you can start sustainable businesses, and we are happy. To also get our premium content, you can get our premium content on www.entrepreneurs.ng/shop. If you need to talk to us, write to us at business@entrepreneurs.ng, or you can always reach us on 0803-887-4148. My name still remains Florence Chikizi, an award-winning entrepreneur. I am the founder of Redalia, Redalia Houses, Redalia Workspaces, a beautiful, beautiful co-working facility at the heart of Lagos, Nigeria. We also own entrepreneurs.ng, the biggest entrepreneurial platform where we ensure that businesses have the right information, paid and free resources to start and market sustainable businesses. And the Business Clinic, a mini business school where we teach you how to do business right. Thank you for coming on this journey with me, and have a fabulous, fabulous day. Bye.